Okay. Yes. Okay. You are ready? You can begin now. Hello everyone. We are from Bihar. So today we are going to explain about the analysis. So we are already done on verbal communication. So this for the space and territory setting arrangement. They are have the discussion at the meeting room. So it will be easy for them to talk and discussion about the problem and solutions. And for the time management, they have meeting on time, so they will not running out of time to explain about the problem and solution of the video entry. And for the artifact and the object, everyone was gathered at one place, and there are a lot of negative impact because of the food chain after the lecture was empty. And Irina and Professor have statement and tell the solution. Need to find 3 workers and kill them, kill 3 men or the victory. For language, they are tone, they use a clear tone, they explain very clearly. And for the pitch, they use a soft pitch. Soft pitch when discuss so they use soft pitch, so when they discuss, everyone can understand what they do. And speed of the speech, minimum speech, professors say slowly when he is talking about the reduction of the there. And for the volume, they use a soft volume because they can discuss in the meeting room. They don't need to able to allow to say to the in-person meetings. And for kinesics, it's for body language. The person was standing during their convey for the statement and facial expressions. They started and confused everyone when shocked after hearing the solution. And for posture, standing from the position, the professor pointed with his finger at the map. Everyone was looking at the map while listening in sketching ones. And for gesture, they do the eye contact. So when they're staring at the professor, the director was looking serious to bodies when they explain about the solutions, and everyone focused and listening to the person who is talking. Okay, so for the guest, the audience was staring seriously while the professor conveyed the statement.
Okay, for me, non-verbal communication for space and territory, I will choose office space. Indicate that everyone participating has to be professional and also wear formal attire for being in the room. So, if the place we use the dining room, so maybe the discussion might be not too serious anymore. So the next is for time. So time used for discussion is to decide the best course to handle the issue. And artifact and object, I will choose table office lamp. The table office lamp to set the tone in the meeting room are only open to serious and confidential discussion. So if they use the light, the light, maybe the mode will be different. So for para language, for pitch, I will choose that pitch when Boris asked permission to kill 3 men to the professor, which is the permission is very big decision to decide, so maybe this pitch might be more started. The next is speed of speech. I will choose moderate speed. A woman tell a bunch of facts to the professor, indicating that she is confident in the truth of the fact. So the woman talk moderate to be more confident and more confident to professor. So next is volume. I will choose keep high volume. Boris gives his suggestion on controlling the issue to motivate others, as it might seem there are no solution to solve this issue. So for the comparison, when Boris start to give a speech the volume will be lower. So in this part, the higher the volume. So the next is for kinesics. I will choose body language, posture and gesture. For body language, the professor straightened his body to absorb information when Boris delivered his speech. So when the professor want to absorb the information, when he want to straighten his body to absorb the information. So the next is posture. The bodyguard stood firmly in front of the door to secure the meeting from any threat. Which is the bodyguard in the background will stand firmly to make sure there is more secure for the meeting. Next is gesture. Professor holding both his hand indicates that he is controlling this meeting. The professor holding his hand to make sure he is controlling this meeting well. The next is gaze. Staring gaze. Professor hold eye contact with Boris indicate that the professor is taking his explanation seriously. So when Boris give his speech, professor staring Boris directly, hold eye contact. So this for me.
Okay, so for space and territory, I chose social zone because the meeting scene since it was a meeting scene where everyone sits at appropriate distance to engage in the discussion and to share their opinions. And for time is time management, where the team prioritizes efficient use of time to clearly communicate regarding the explosion. Artifacts and objects. So the professor uses reports to refer to while explaining about the nuclear explosion, and the director immediately took off his spectacles in stress after knowing that the explosion would kill millions of people. Next is paralanguage. The tone used is serious tone, where the tone used is serious tone to address the seriousness of the problem. For pitch, they used high pitch. The director uses slightly high pitch when saying, "Do you understand the damage that this has done?" which indicates his frustration. And the speed of speech is slow speed. Elena slows down to highlight that the lava will vaporize and explode when it enters the tank. Next is body language. The man puts his hand over his mouth after hearing that the explosion will impact Soviet Ukraine might face due to. Next is body language. The man puts his hand over his mouth after hearing the impact Soviet Ukraine might face due to the explosion. And for posture, everyone in the meeting sits upright and leaning forward, signaling attentive listening and full concentration. And for gesture, the director nodded at Elena when professor introduced her in the meeting. And for gaze is shifting gaze. Boris had been avoiding eye contact with everyone during the entire meeting.
Okay, my name is Alif from Zaini. I'm going to talk about space and territory. Space and territory is environment and also environmental dimension of nonverbal communication. You can see here the shape of meeting table is rectangular. Consists of a few of people that are special in field. So the territory is in the conference room, meeting room. People in the meeting is important is Gorbachev, the leader of the meeting, Legasov, which is a professor, and Boris. And proximity is mean the distance between person and the other person in the discussion. You can see here in the meeting there are personal distance meeting here, which is very usually happen in the working friends. Next is time. Time is in the meeting is after the explosion nuclear happened. So the meeting happened to discuss about the after effects. They have the meeting room to discuss what the decision making and have sufficient time to discuss. Next is object and artifact. object artifact is a form of physical to convey something in the message in the room. For example, here pencil in the table is to portray or to give the attendees to jot down information, important information. Next is water. Water is here. It is to indicate that the meeting is a lengthy meeting, so it will give a polite gesture to attendee to quench the thirst. And then map is to describe the location that affected in the nuclear explosion. Next is tone. Body language is how the information or how the discussion is given. You see here, tone is at the early. Madam can play the video if you can. I just explain here. The beginning is sounds serious because of the frustration happened in the explosion happened. And then low pitch is the leader is concerned about the why tank is full of water. And then speed of speech, moderate. The professor speaking moderately, so it's not too fast and not too slow to give everyone information. Next is kinesis. You can see, everyone can see. The facial expression here is everyone is in gloomy face because the worry about the fact the explosion happened. Body language, the professor would please stand up to show that he is prepared to answer after being mentioned. And then gesture, leaning back. Boris, someone is giving the professor a room to quickly stand up to give more information. Last but not least, gaze. Gaze is eye behavior, which is the person where the person look. You can see here, it is happened here is shifting gaze, which is Boris avoid the gaze from the leader because of he don't know the answer. He avoid eye contact with the leader, and also dominance gaze here, where the leader is giving authority about in the room.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For me, non-verbal communication, space and clarity. Also, I choose the office space. It's very good to do meeting. Maybe the next time, I think the time of the meeting is very flexible to all of the members of the meeting. Next, body language is pitch. I think for this short movie analysis, I can choose the starter pitch. So all of the members can ask some question. Next, the speed of the speech. Also, I can choose the moderate speed. So in the meeting, all of the members in the meeting use moderate speed lah. Next, volume. Also the moderate moderate high volume. Next, the kinetic body language. First, characters, facial expression, especially their reaction are so effective in communicating the truth without saying anything, especially the woman and the general in the meeting. Next, in the facial expression also, we can see in the for instance the fear in their eyes, their nervousness in their posture, and the urgency in their movement all contribute to the intense atmosphere of the meeting as they grapple with the unfolding disaster. And also facial expression, we can see explosion is simply but fantastic, where the actor that impersonate Gorbachev is really good. Next, and the last for the case, I think for the short movie analysis, we can see shifting this. That's all from me.